Okay, let's jam.
Okay, friends, so we're getting ready for string orchestra rehearsal season, which means we're going to start playing larger music, challenging music with a lot of people. So one big thing that we had to talk about today was how much space you have. You know, your bows can take a lot of space, so that's something that orchestra musicians just learn. They learn how much space to have, and we have to remind us how much, because you don't want to get the bow in your face. You want to keep them away because it's very pointy, so we have to be careful. So we're going to come up with a couple of, maybe Miss Mandy can float around and help with position and notes. So I have a question. We can pick, let's pick a food, and does anyone have a food? We just came from snacks, so we're looking for people who are respectful and following the raising of hands. So what's a food idea from you? Oh, you don't have one? I thought you had one. Just any food. We're gonna move on. Pizza. That's easy. So pizza. So we have pizza. Can someone play or give me a note from the D major scale that you would like us to start with? It doesn't have to be complicated. It does not have to be hard. What's a note from the D scale?
A.
A. So you have open A's. So you can use open strings. So who can play the word pizza on the A string over here?
So spell it as I play.
Well, you don't have to say it. So how many syllables? Who can show me with their hands or in pizza?
So two.
Hold on. Yes.
Two.
So I need to hear. So you could say pizza and say it as you play it. So you would say pizza, and you would do. Tell me about your bow. Who can tell me about this bow? So can you
Play it right now?
Yeah, let's hear the pizza. So tell me about the bow. What happens on the first note? Does anyone know what direction the bow goes?
Go down.
So the down note. So usually when we start anything with the strings, the first note for now is a down bow. It's special if it's an up bow. Right now we're all starting with down bows. So I'll let you get ready. So who else can play the word pizza on the A string? Let's hear that. Has Miss Mandy talked to anyone about how much bow to use yet? So can you tell us about anything that you might have learned about using the length of the bow?
She said, spread our arms out so we can get a full sound.
Do you feel like you have enough room sitting next to your partner to use the entire bow? So you might have to scoot your chair a little bit. So here, watch this.
Make sure we can straighten our arms at the end of the stroke.
So look at this. Do you see how these chairs are at a V? So if you can stand up and you can stand up, just our outside friends, and we can make our chairs a little bit of a V. That way, you have tons of room. So have a seat. Make sure you're in the chair. So show us pizza again on the A string, and how about lots of bow? How about short bow? A little bit of bow. Okay, so we've got pizza. Now, can someone give me a speed? Say we're in a car, or we're in a train, or we're on an airplane. You've already answered. So how about a speed?
A speed fast.
Okay, so we want fast pizza. So here's what we're gonna do. We have. Let's hear. Yeah, thank you very much. So let's hear everyone play pizza. So everyone in playing position. So when you have a conductor, when the hands go up,
AJ, Lucia.
our mouths are shut, and we're on our instruments.
That's at my church.
Oh, so you should be an expert, but my hands are up. So I just want to hear everyone play pizza on their own. So can I hear you say on the A? This is the open A, very easy note. So just say pizza.
Pizza.
Can you play it?
Play it.
Good.
Nice, AJ.
For right now, try to use as much of the bow as you can, but we're going to try to keep a little bit. So I'll say pizza. Can you play with me? So can you go pizza? Ready, and. And you jump in whenever you're ready. But you want the first note only to be on one of my clicks. Okay, so pizza, whenever you're ready, you jump in. I love your nails there. Whenever you're ready. Good. Is that
Good.
the string
That's
or the
the
A
A
string?
string.
How about
It's
the A
not
string?
the A string.
No. So that's close to that one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
You got
1, 2, pizza, and. Good. Ready? Next. Now my next challenge, so we're going to keep going. I want you to play pizza, and as soon as he's done, you play pizza. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That means we
What's
have
your
to
number?
get ready really quickly. Sit at the edge of your chair.
I'm 7.
6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're gonna know that you're next because I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna give you the rhythm, and then we're gonna make this into some fast pizza. So we're gonna start with you, and whenever
guys, get
he's
ready.
done,
I just wanna
we're
get
gonna
ready.
jump in. So ready? 1, 2, ready, and.
Oh.
Ready, and. Ready, and. Cello number 1. Good. Ready, and. Okay, so the thing is, when you hear the beat, we want to try it one more time. I want you to use as much bow as possible. And we also want the notes to be right in with the beat. So it's A, A. You have to start feeling that. You've got the idea. I'll wait till we're settled. We're gonna really turn up the volume here. But you did something great. What were you doing with your foot? Could you tell us?
You keep beat?
Can you tell us? So if you tap your foot, it's a little loud, and we can all hear it. And the problem is, some people aren't the best at keeping their foot tempo. So what I recommend is that you use the parts of your foot inside the shoe to keep. If you want to tap that, that's fine. Or you can do a little tap. But if you make it really loud, it can help. It can throw us off. So all musicians do a little bit of. They call it toe tapping. It's just right inside the shoe. Bop, bop. So I want to see everyone's one of their shoes. I want you to tap inside your shoe to this beat, and I'll see if I can sing a little bit. Or we can do a little tiny tap, but I don't want to hear any taps. Good. I can see cellos. Yes, but make sure that you're right with the beat. Good. Everybody, get ready. Everyone on A string. We're gonna play pizza.
Go.
1, 2, pizza. Good. Now we're gonna go in order. So let's try to use the full bow. We'll start back here with number 1. Ready? 1, 2. Start with pizza. And. Cello 1. So cellos. Let's hear the cellos again. So the cello is larger, so it takes more time. Yeah. So let's hear just the cellos. Ready? 1, 2. Cello 1. Good. Now let's add this up a little bit. So I'm going to give you different numbers, and I want to see. You're doing pretty good. So we're going to add the beat a little bit up. Alright. So let's add a little bit of
AJ, sit up and listen.
pep to this. So I'm going to give you different numbers. So last time we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time I'm just going to give random numbers, and I want you to go in that order. So you have to remember what number you are. So repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who did I not pick?
Natalie.
So can I hear your numbers again? Who's 1?
Me.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Me.
6, 7. Almost. Let's try it again. Repeat after me. So remember your number. 1,
1,
AJ.
2. I want to hear it.
2,
3, 4. Say 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're ending with the cellos. Ready?
Okay.
So who's 1?
Me.
Who's 3? Who's 7?
7. Hello, 7.
I'm 8. No, I'm 8. No.
One more time. So you have to
Guys,
repeat.
you gotta remember
You
your
have to
numbers.
repeat after me. So when we have a conductor, they're going to want to have conversations with the big group. So we're learning and practicing. How do we get ready for that? So just repeat the number. Let's keep the number in your brain and say it after me. That's how we're going to remember. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
8.
8. Ready? So you're going to go in order. So number 1,
Me.
we're going to do like a pizza. We're going to try to do every 4 beats pizza. So it's pizza, ready, and. Pizza, ready, and. So let's try with number 1. Who's number 1?
Me.
Ready? And ready? So let's see. What kind of? So what? Can you tell me what's on this pizza? I didn't ask what was on this pizza, so now I don't know what to play. Yes.
Mushroom.
Mushrooms and pepperoni and.
Bacon.
Okay, so that sounds like a lot. So.
Mushroom, do not go with bacon.
So I'm gonna give you the pizza note. So it's pizza. And I'm gonna say mushroom sauce, pizza, pepperoni. So I'm gonna give you the toppings. You're gonna hear the toppings, but you're not gonna play the toppings. You're just gonna play pizza. Number 1. Ready? 1, 2. Number 1. 2. Good. 3. Up. Who's 4? Let's try it again. We are practicing.
Heads, right,
Can you call
guys?
out the number?
Hold on. Here we go. I am. Number 1. 1, 2. Number 1. Pizza. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Good. Number 5. 7. And 8. One more time. So what we're doing is, well, does everyone have their numbers?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's try it again. So you're gonna play on the pizza part, and then you're gonna wait and listen to the topping. The topping comes after.
Miss
Ready?
Mandy's going to use your fingers to say which number we're on, okay? So keep track that way.
1, 2, ready, and.
Hey, you did it.
Good. A little faster. Ready? Same numbers. Ready? 1, 2, pizza time.
Oops.
And so let me hear your numbers. Who's 1?
Me.
So if you are 1, repeat your number after me. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
That's okay. So you would say nothing. So I just want to hear numbers. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
5.
5. Listen first. 6,
Pay attention.
7,
7.
8.
8.
One more time. Fast pizza.
Which number are you? You're 8, okay.
1, 2, number 1. Okay, not bad. So, what I need is a team of people to switch from the A note to the D string.
Yeah.
So I would like even numbers to play the D string. So who is an even number? What's an even number?
It's
It's 8. It's
2.
4.
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. So if you're 1, you play the.
A.
If you are 2, you play the.
D.
So if you're even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, you play the D string. And then odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, you're playing the A string. Did I say that right?
Yes.
I'm already confused.
Okay, here we go. Same thing.
Alright, guys, get ready.
Let me hear the D strings. Just go for it. Good, good, good. Let me hear the A strings. Okay, freeze. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Good. Now I need someone. I need the numbers. What's the highest number that we're counting to?
8.
Well, we're gonna work on our rehearsal skills because if everyone in an orchestra screams out,
AJ.
no one can hear anything. So, who can tell me what the highest number is? Yes.
8.
Thank you. And the half number. What's half of 8?
I have a question.
Okay.
Who is 6?
You're 6. You're 7.
6, 7, 8.
So do you see? You're counting to look ahead, right? Is that helpful? So now you know who that 6 is. And in orchestra, that's what we're talking about. Looking at someone's bow, looking at like, oh, that's where I come in because you learn the music and you're like, oh, the winds play before I come in. That's called a cue. So that's very, very good question. Very smart. I like it. So if you are number 4 or number 8, raise your bows. If you are number 4 or number 8, can you play on the D string? Is it the second finger?
Which note are we going for?
F sharp.
Second finger.
So second finger.
F sharp. Guys.
The spread.
Okay.
The note.
Yeah, they know.
So it's the. Can I
This
hear
is
4?
2 on D.
Yeah, 2 on D for numbers 4 and 8. Can I hear that? Good. So now you all have new notes. We're gonna go through the order. We have D's, F sharps, and A's. Let's go in playing position, and then we're gonna put it all together. So we're gonna go through the numbers. Do you have any questions? Do you know what your note is? You can play. What number are you? 7, right? So that means you're playing a D note.
You're playing open D.
D string.
Just D string.
Yes.
4 and 8 are playing F sharp.
4 and 8 are playing F sharp, which is the second finger on the
You're
D string.
even, right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I don't like you said
Hey.
that.
No, but
the
she
E
was
pad
confused
because
because
the
she
D.
was on fire.
Addison, you need to just follow instructions, okay? Just play A. Right? Don't make it more complicated for yourself.
So let's go with whatever you've been playing. Let's just keep it simple. We're getting too complicated, but we're about to switch gears. So I just want to make sure that we have the F sharps. That's really good. Okay, we're gonna go in order. Do your best. 1, 2, number 1.
Okay? Come back in.
Who's next? Very good. 8. One more time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So you count your numbers for us. 5 and then 6, 7, 8. So friends, the challenge today was, can you play notes that you know, and can we count to 8?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What did the ones play? Raise your
8.
hand.
Me.
What did you play? D. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go in order. Let's go a little slower
So when I
because I
point
think
to
it
your
might be more
number,
relaxed. Okay.
Open.
Yes.
Can we write the letters on top so we know who's playing?
For right now, we're gonna
Guys,
change.
just
We're
remember
gonna,
it.
we're gonna change it up
Okay?
soon. So
Yeah.
this is a listening study, so that when we have rehearsal, we can work as a group. So let's try this. Number 1, 2, number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 7 and 8.
So Cameron, you gotta really
Yours
listen to make sure.
a little early, but that was
Yeah.
fine. Now everyone, same thing. I want you to play all together. So you all play pizza, pizza. You play the same notes that you've been playing. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Let's get more F sharp. Yeah, so who has the F sharps? We have 4 and 8. You have a super important part, so I want you to use as much bow as you can, and if you are not 4 and 8, I want you to play loud. What's the musical word for that? I'm looking for hands. So the musical term for loud is forte, but that is neither here nor there.
That was too late.
It's loud, so 4 and 8 to be loud, and all the other numbers as quiet as you can.
Guys, to make a loud sound, remember how we talked about sticky bow, keeping our hair sticky into the string? Okay? Make sure the hair never comes out of the string. Alright?
So here we go. So all together, except I want to hear 4 and 8 super loud. 1, 2, everybody play. Good. Now, what I want to do is this. We're going to play pizza, but we're going to...
There you go.
How do you make a pizza? Tell me.
You
We
have
got to work on this. You're so close.
the pizza dough.
Okay. So you get the dough, you put everything on it, then what do you have to do?
You put the sauce on, then put the cheese on, then you put the pepperoni on.
Okay, so you put it on the pizza, but then is it done?
No, you have to bake it then.
Okay, so we're gonna bake this pizza. Here's how it's gonna happen. We're gonna start playing.
AJ.
Everyone's gonna play 0 degrees. That means super quiet. And then we're gonna slowly. Could you make a little loudometer, like a little 0 to let's go 420 degrees.
Okay, so
Yeah,
get a
400.
marker.
sorry. Yeah, 420 degrees sounds good. Right about that.
550 degrees.
So this is
0.
piano.
Okay, and so
Alright guys.
if you're playing quiet, how do you what? Tell me about the bow use by raising your hand. Yes, you use a lot of the bow. Can you show us a little? Can you show us a tiny piano? Good. Who else can play a tiny quiet note? That's where we're gonna start, and then you don't have to look at any music. There's no music that we're looking at. You're looking, and I'm waiting. Our eyes and our attention are up here. You're playing things that you're confident in down here, so you don't have to look at any music. And what we're following is this magical pointer finger is going to tell you what the volume is. So Miss Mandy's going to change the volume, and she might go all the way up, she might go all the way down, she might jump around. So you are following this magical stick. Ready? So we're all going to play pizza. And remember that the parts, that's where the toppings come in. So the next part of this little study, the next part of this piece is to teach you how to play the toppings and things like that. But I think right now the things that stick out to me the most are, can we remember what's happening in our rehearsal? I know it's a long day, I know we just had snack, but remembering numbers should be something we can work on. Number 2, our space. We're about to play in large ensembles, so we're learning how to use more bow, and so we don't hurt our stand partners with space. That's a big thing to remember. And 3, we're talking about dynamics, which is how loud we're playing. So let's try this pizza. We're gonna go let's try right now from 0 degrees all the way up so we can cook this thing. So we're gonna go from 0 to forte. We're all gonna play together. Yes.
Does P stand for high?
So we can write
Piano.
quiet or super silent. Super silent. Yes.
Huh.
Good question.
No,
Or
it's
distraction.
okay.
So we have quiet.
That's right.
Yeah. But also maybe just quiet. Yeah. Or like yes.
How many times do we play pizza?
When I do this, when I tie the bow on the pasta, when I go like this, that's the big finale, and we stop. So I count you in, and I say 1, 2, ready, and we start. And when I go like this, when I stop clicking, when I stop and I put my hands in the air, we all stop together. So that's what we're working on. Starting, stopping, cues, tempo, space, good production, good rhythm. Okay? Let's try it. Ready? So we're starting super quiet. Let's all go in playing position. So we're going to go back to rest position. So when the conductor...
How do we sit in an orchestra? Do we cross our legs? No.
So we're here to brush up. So when we get in front of all these students, we want to make sure that when the baton or the conductor gets everyone's attention, that we're right there with it. So everyone. So bows down, rest position. This looks good. Let's go playing position, please. Very good. Everyone has their notes. 1, 2, and. Excellent. So, the next steps that you can do, that was only one note. But let's see how fast we can play it. Let's see if we can play really fast pizza. Do you want to try a really fast version or a really slow version? Okay. Let's start with the slow, try the fast version, and then if people are still interested, we can see about picking 2 sets of notes and coming up with what we call a riff or a song or something we can use as a piece of music. Because right now we made a chord. We made it one giant chord, which is a happy chord, D major. So let's try slow. Ready? I'll count you in. So everybody playing. Ready? Pizza. So it's pizza. And good. Now what volume are we at? Let's watch the board. Let's see if we can do a little quiet. A little quieter. Ready? Still in time though. Click, click. Even though it's quiet, I want you to be click, click. We can do better and so do short bow, please.
Short, short.
Ready, and. Now we're going to change our volume. I'm the boss with the rhythm, so listen to me. And. Pizza. Freeze. Stay in position. 1, 2, pizza. Who thinks they can stay with me as I change the rhythm? Who wants to try? Okay, you're ready. So let's try. Let's go slow. Let's see if you can stay with me. And everyone else, you're the silent judging. So whenever you think someone gets off the rhythm, all you have to do is just raise your bow. So you focus on me. Don't worry about them. But if you think that someone is losing the rhythm or too slow or too fast, then raise your bow, and Teacher Mandy will help us out and figure out what's going on. Because it could be a bow thing. It could be a listening thing. So let's try slow. Ready? And see
Are you
if
still doing dynamics?
this time, no. I'm just going to change the speed.
All
You
right,
can
speed.
play nice and
One
clear.
at a time, only Cameron.
So,
Everybody else is listening. Rest position.
and if you hear us not together, then just put your bow in the air, and then we'll see if that's true. So let's start with this. 2, ready, and rest, and. Just one person. Good. A little faster. Oh, that was up to the end. Very good. I would say that's a pretty good score. Who wants to try next? You want to try? You want to try? 1, 2, ready.
Wait, hold on. But if we're gonna do this, then we need to have the posture. We can't look sloppy.
Pull the fast one on me. 1, 2, ready, and. Ready and pizza, ready and pizza, ready and. Everybody join in. Pizza, ready and pizza, ready and pizza, ready and. Freeze. Who else wants to try? Let's start fast and get slower. Ready? Can you play this fast? Pizza. 1, 2, ready and. Pizza. Listen. This gets really hard. Watch. Watch. Ready and. Ready and.
Stick low.
Ready and. We're getting slower and. Ready and. Good. And. Ready and. So it's tricky when I keep getting slower, right? You have, because what we're talking about today is listening in between the numbers. Do you want to try it? Who else wants to try this changing? Ready? 1, 2, ready, join. Ready and. Gentlemen. And. Ready and. Okay, so we're going to do this as a group. So you're going to have to listen to my rhythm. We're all going to play pizza. We're going to play the same notes. All we're doing is listening. And we're changing the speed, and we're going to see if we can play our chords. So if you're playing an F sharp, remember, I do want you to play as loud as you possibly can, because we need that note. Maybe a little F sharp juice from there would be useful. Yes, a question? Do you have a question, or are you good? Just making sure?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
You okay, Lucian?
So let's start at a pretty chill. Let's start with low degrees of the oven. Everyone's ready to play? 1, 2, start with pizza. Be my first cue for you today. So when you hear this, go like crazy. When you hear this, can Can you go like scrub, scrub, scrub? But how do you do that? Can you show me how to do that with good posture, with good bow hold? Can you show me, do a little scrub on the strings and show me how to do that with good technique? So yeah, go ahead, everyone show me. On your note, show me the scrubs. That's good. Yeah, so we want a really nice sound. Oh wait, that's good, thank you. We want a nice sound, so it's, I'm being a little funny about it, but I want you to make really good sound. So that's gonna be your first, they call it an audible cue, which means when you hear me go, then you can kind of, that's your big finale. So we're gonna go from slow to fast and then do a big finale. Now, can we try something real quick before we try that? Group 1. Repeat after me. Group 1.
Group 1.
Group 2. Group 3.
Group 3.
Group 4.
Group 4.
One more time. Group 1. Group 2.
Group 2.
Group 3. Yeah, the directions are super
Come on,
important.
guys.
You got to repeat after me. I know that you know how to count, but we're remembering our numbers. So Group 1.
Group 1.
Thank you. Group 2.
Group 2.
Group 3.
Group 3.
Group 4.
Group 4.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Pizza. Group 1, ready? Group 1, ready, and keep playing. Group 2, join me. Ready, and here's Group 3. And Group 4, get ready. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna same notes. We're gonna go group 1, 2, 3, 4. Once everyone's in, once all the ingredients are in, we're gonna turn the volume up.
Guys,
We're gonna cook this pizza, and then we're gonna have the big finale. And then that's your for
So guys, 2.
for number 4 and 8, right? You're on F sharp. If it goes well, we could scramble up the notes. That would be the next level, is to pick different notes of the same set.
Practice the string crossing, which is
One
something
second.
we're working on.
Here we go. Group 1, 2, and I'll call you in. So 1, 2. We're gonna start with group 1. Gotta look ready. Gotta be ready. Gotta show me you're ready. 1, 2. Group 1, please. Group 2 now. Group 3. Group 4. Okay, congratulations. That's the pizza song. So what I like about the pizza song is this is what we were able to talk about today. What we talked about, so many things. Enough space for your bow. How to sit in orchestra so that you have that space. How to play dynamics. I'll wait till everyone's listening and focused. We're recapping. We talked about playing quiet. We talked about playing loud. We talked about notes of a scale. Your D note, your A note, your F sharp note. When you play a scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. When you play a scale, if you play, skip, play, you get a chord. So number 1, number 3, number 5 of that scale gives you a chord. So if you can play a D major scale, you can go home and write a song. If you have instruments at home, or if they take them home on some schedule.
Yeah.
Are you taking them home?
I'll take them home, yeah.
So you can take your instrument home and you can take a note that you know and you can say like lasagna. You can make the lasagna song. You can make the tuna song. You can make the bologna song. That's just food. You could talk about buildings. You could say Comcast building. You could say sports teams. You could say basketball. You could say any word has the syllables and you can make a song out of it. So let's try the pizza song one more time. Ready? Rest position.
Rest position.
We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, cook up the pizza, and then big finale. But let's start super, what is this word?
Piano.
What does it mean? 1, 2, group 1, ready, and. Group 2. So groups 1 and 2 only. Add group 3. Okay. Let's add group 4, ready, and. Stay quiet, stay quiet. Stay quiet. Up, can you stay quiet? Freeze? So guess what? It's hard to play quiet and fast. And it's hard to play loud. No, loud and slow sounds good. For young musicians, whenever you start playing faster, it's very easy to play things loud. But if you can play things fast and quiet, it makes a very special effect in music. So that's what I wanted to share today. I wanted to teach you how to make a song from your scale.
Yeah, how can we apply that to the piece we're working on? Let's look at our piece. Let's take it out and look at it and see if we recognize any rhythms. What we were just doing. Cameron, which rhythm do we have in the beginning?
We have 3, 3, 3, 3, and then we
Oh,
have,
that sounds like something we just did. We have pizza rhythms.
yes.
We call them birdies, but it's the same exact thing.
Pardon?
You guys want to just try playing the beginning